Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you.
He's everywhere! He's everywhere!
That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning.
Our money, and he wants in NATO. And if he gets in NATO, which Russia is 100% against, if he gets in NATO, United States has to go and fight a war with them.
That's
against
correct.
Russia. That starts World War III. And along with it, Russia's going to say, hey, who's on my side? Who you think's going to jump on their side?
I'd say some China.
Oh, China says, I come.
And they will.
Well, now you just entered World War III, and this is a war none of us want. And he saved every one of us, not just from a war, but from World War III, from ultimate doom for the entire world. And Zelensky wants us to keep giving billions and billions of dollars and not pay us back anything.
Did you hear this morning? And I don't know the exact figure because I've heard two different figures, and I don't know who's right. I've got one figure that said is it 300 to 350 billion, and then I've got another figure that's somewhere around 170 of what we've given them. And I don't know what the accurate number is. Maybe one number doesn't include everything with foreign. You know, there's a lot of ways of looking at this. But we did see over the weekend that the UK gave them $3 billion. Now that's nothing, but not every. And again, depending upon what news agency you look at, there's some Brits that are going, oh, well, we're behind this, while others are going, wait a minute, do y'all know what you're doing? Do you want your boys going off to war and dying for something like this? And all that is funding the war more and more, more fighting, and it does need to come to an end. Those folks have not been getting along for years. It's not going to stop.
This country, we hadn't even celebrated our 250th birthday yet. That's coming next year. These people are so much older than we are, and they've been fighting a whole lot longer than we've been a country. Why y'all coming to us for something that y'all have had going on for thousands of years? This is not our fight. We hate that it's happening. We don't want wars. We think everybody ought to get along. But Zelensky turned around and says, well, if I'm not going to get what I want here, because he pulled off the mineral deal, which would have put American companies and American people over in Ukraine, which would have been safe.
Yep.
Because the deal would have been made. We would have been able to mine and get some of our money back that we've just gone over there and giving.
It's kind of like rolling down your window and going, here.
Yeah, $1 at a time. You know, this is, hey, we'll help you out, but you owe us. We're going to give you the money.
I need to back up on something you said, because Odie, I don't know why it went ding, 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 ding in my head. I can remember, you just said our country's getting ready to celebrate 250 years.
Yeah.
First grade, Northeast Lauderdale. I remember toting the American flag in '76 on our bicentennial year. Thank you for making me feel old.
Yes, but I remember it.
I can remember the little program at Northeast Elementary of the American flag going out. That was the first time I guess I was ever in front of a crowd anywhere. I got to tote the flag. Shame on you, Odie.
Well, look, we're getting old.
Golly, I can't. That's been 40. Oh,
but the reports of the Democrats are the ones that had him pull out of the mineral deal.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Democrats were saying it was only 30 years ago. I was going to say I'm siding up with them.
Yeah. And now look, these aren't local Democrats; these are your national Democrats.
Yes, sir.
And it's totally separate. But we had a deal. Trump had a deal that was going to end this skirmish war, whatever you want to call it, and start getting some of our money back.
It ain't over yet.
It's not over.
There is a chance that he may come back with some humble pie. We'll wait and see what happens with all of this.
The bottom line is he threatened the United States, each and every one of y'all. Zelensky threatened y'all in our own White House.
I saw that.
War was going to come over here across the seas. I got a problem with that right there. and then you're going to back off this deal, which would have saved you in the long run. I'd have done the same thing. Time for you to go, little fella. And then he got on TV talking about, I'm going to demand that Britain give me $250 billion.
Well, he was good. He got $3.
He got $3 billion. And do you know he's a comedian by trade?
I saw where he won an Oscar. Did you see?
He was a comedian, and then he played a president on a movie.
Yep.
And then ran for president like 3 years ago. Never had been in the political realm or anything.
They got problems over there. Will he be replaced? We don't know. We'll see. Another thing happened last night that most Americans aren't aware of. It was the Oscars.
Oh, he was aware of it. We just didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it. It was, from what I'm understanding, pretty lame and boring and dull. But they do get neat gift baskets, Odie. They said that, but after I dug into this, it sounds really big. The gift basket had 200, and each one got a gift basket valued at $217,000.
Well, I wonder how much that little gold fella they get.
Well, after you dig into this, a lot of this, one of them's a vacation. Another one of these things is a gift card from a contractor knocking $50,000 off of your bill if you use them to rebuild your home in California. So in reality, it's like, that $10,000 off of a car.
Minimum of $350,000 home will save you $50,000.
Yeah, you're not really getting anything. They mark the price of the house up and then say they took it off. So
nobody's going to use it.
They did get a neat gift basket with some lotions and probably some other.
Do you think that little dude is gold?
No, I think he's plastic.
I think he's plastic.
It could be metal with spray paint on it.
Yeah.
But it really doesn't mean as much as it used to because it's gotten so political with all their speeches of downing this person and that person.
You mean like when they have to buy CMA awards now?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Man, makes me feel bad about that, and I was nominated for.
Yeah, but that was back in the day that
was 30.
You actually had to work and...
I don't need to do any more arithmetic on my fingers because that's been a little while. Odie, that was 25 years ago now. Thank you. Insulting me.
Just wanted to make sure, that... talking about getting insulted, we're getting insulted right now.
By who?
By that fella that likes casseroles. He's got all those girlfriends.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, the one that calls us bookends?
No, I don't know him.
He got a pawn shop. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay, you'll have to.
Goes with RW.
RW pawn shop. I know RW.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he doing?
He's calling us bookends right now.
Shame on you, RW.
Because
it's
what we got on.
All I got to say is Valentine's Day, he's still broke from that of them 58 girlfriends he had to go buy something for.
Yeah, if you went to Walmart and wondered where all the little chocolate-covered heart-shaped boxes of chocolate was, RW had everyone.
Do you know I even heard that he was at a bank handing out little candies to some women at the bank line?
Yeah, all of them. I think he went through the drive-thru.
What was it? Y'all remember back in the 70s, it's Late is Night. That's his theme song going down the road. We'll be right back.
I wonder if him and Judge T went to eat.
Oh, have mercy. We'll be right back.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have 2 locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Welcome back. Did you know they had a little car chase in Neshoba County? Yes, sir, Reed. Let's show you a picture here of the ending result there. This is what happens when you run from Eric Clark and the gang, and Clark up in Neshoba County. Clark gets you. Yeah, there it is. We had a wreck. He was arrested, and I do believe the car was stolen there, Otis.
Might have been.
31-year-old man that was from, where was he from? Walnut Grove is where the man was from. Ooh. We should get more pictures from this coming up today of a facial profile picture there after he made it to his little destination at the jailhouse.
Will he have a haircutting?
They don't do that in Neshoba County. They just go ahead and let you take a picture of what you got on there.
Oh boy!
I don't know where you were, but I was downtown Meridian this weekend. And Angie has not forgiven me because when something happens, I got to go.
Yeah.
She had finally coerced me into washing that monstrosity of a vehicle she has that I can't reach the other side of the windshield.
Well, that's what the ladder's for.
Literally, you have to have a ladder to reach the center of the windshield or you can't get it. And I was washing her car when I got a text that went ding, 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 47th Avenue, go. So here I go. Her car hadn't washed. She had to go to church yesterday with half of it washed, half the windshield. And
did you start with her half first?
I did have the driver's side, but It's got a thin line right down the center there to where it's dirty on the right-hand side.
Well, just park where that side faces the church.
I said, I come in last night, and she goes, I thought she was going to finish my car. And I said, I didn't have time. Whoops. This is why, though, I showed up here wearing that familiar gold outfit that I might have that you have to find every once in a while. And as we slide over, here's where we are. We've got the Meridian Police Department along with the Meridian Fire Department. Why? There was a shooting, Odie. This would be just off of 8th Street on 47th Avenue. You take a right near where the old Dolly Madison subway building was, right past Taco Bell, Burger King. We had 2 people shot during a drive-by shooting. Now, the female, from what I understand, was hit in the leg. And let me see if I can find a proper word for this. The guy was trying to get away. He was Forrest Gumped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's what happened to him. He'll going to make a full recovery of both of these, but this should have never happened. And I don't know if everybody was paying attention when I was live, but as we were live describing, we had 2 different scenes here. And let me see if I can find it without putting in all the talking. Here is the backside here. We've got yellow tape right here.
Yeah.
Now, if you'll go over here where I move sides, let me get back over here, right here. The shooting started here, and they would turn here and go down and continue shooting. So the front of these homes here were struck with gunfire. Ooh. Someone was struck, and then another person would be struck also. But as we were live describing what was going on, you couldn't help but notice the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta off to the west of me, which prompted police cars start to go whoof, whoof, whoof.
Yeah, let's go check this out.
Yes, and here's what we would find, Odie, and let me zoom in on this. Let's take this picture. This is where the police were headed. Do you see that right there?
Yeah.
Do you remember me reporting a pickup truck that was stolen off North Hill Street last week?
Yes.
That is it. This was used in a drive-by shooting. And what these criminals do is they steal your car, they hide it for a week, 3-4 days, and then go use it for criminal activity. That's what goes on with that. Let's get rid of this person here.
We got 2 of them that we got to do, and one more, that right there. Y'all got to go bye-bye.
Yeah, we can't have that.
No.
But this is what we had going on there. And you can see Lewis Wrecker on scene hooking to this. Now, what is odd about this, Odie, I don't understand. Because I spoke to a lady that was in there, she was walking her dog after the police were out. She felt safer to come out. As they ran from the car, they shot in the air. Why? That's a dead giveaway as to where you are.
Well, because they were running and wasn't going to be there no more.
Well, they weren't. They left the vehicle. I don't know if there's any damage to it. I know he's going to be glad to get I think it's in processing now as they try to get fingerprints and all that before they turn it back over to the owner. But y'all just beware. They will break in your cars and use this for criminal activity. So that was a 2015 GMC Sierra, I think is what they call those. Now, there was also a report of another car involved, which I haven't gotten all the end results of a Charger also involved in this. The first reports were this truck was involved, and then we would get mention of another car involved. Now I don't know if it were two. I hadn't gotten you know how things happen when it's live, and we hadn't gotten full release of everything that went on.
Yep.
But possibly it could have been two cars involved. So that's where we are on the shooting. Again, 2 people hit this weekend. So far, I think we've had 10 people shot since the beginning of the year, 2 murders, 10 people shot, and it's sad to say 1 suicide within the city limits of Meridian as we move into March. We are way ahead of what happened last year at this time. If you go day for day, we're way ahead of last year. We had 1 murder at this point this time last year. I'll keep you up to date on that and monitor all this for you. Now, as you were sleeping Friday night, we had some people that were busy. And you just really, I mean, this is a store that helps out the needy. They sell at a reduced price. They try to help. They even have church there on Sunday to help folks out as we go. This is where AutoZone used to be on 8th Street on top of the hill. And now it's called the 8th Street Market. Now I'm going to turn this on, and y'all focus right there. I know it's kind of, it doesn't just stick out, but let me turn this on, hit play. As we go past the police cars and we show all of this. All right, we're going to zoom in. All right, now do you see where it's broken?
Yeah.
Right there is where this is busted at the bottom, and it didn't bust all the way, but they were able to crack that. And, you know, that could hurt you.
Yeah, that plate glass.
You know, you could be going through that and it cut you in half. Believe it or not, that has happened in America before. But that's how they got in. An undetermined amount of merchandise was stolen. I don't know what it was, but they did take some things and fled the scene. That would be early Saturday morning, and I have to apologize. I didn't make it out to the pancake cooking in Long Creek due to I was there.
Well, I had some things, and I didn't either, but thank y'all for each and every one that did go out and support Long Creek with their pancake. I hate I missed it.
Greg said he ate our weight in pancakes.
That'll work. I love good pancake.
Yeah, it was, and we do appreciate everybody. But that's why I didn't make it out this weekend. I had every intention to. We've got Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department's been busy. We're going to tell you about that in just a second. Also, because they were busy. Let's see. We'll get into some fires in a moment also. And there were some other things that I wanted to bring up. Let me get over here, Odie. I want to say a big thank you. Friday, I had a chance to go out to MCC. They had all the students from the area place, and they asked me to introduce the students. And I told them a little bit about MCC. And, it really is a great place to start if you're getting ready to go to college. Now, a lot of people think you got to move right off to a 4-year university. You don't have to do that. We've got MCC, and I was glad to go and speak to them. And I do appreciate the invite as we took a picture, and I'm the only one with the odd-colored shirt on.
And with a hat.
That hardly even sticks out.
You can't even see that no more. Well, I've got to throw this out. I mentioned something, and we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Last Thursday, again, MCC was there helping Lima Dive Team and allowing us to get in the pool again. And we'll be back getting in the pool again Friday afternoon. Our team is completely growing. We've got more training coming, but we couldn't do what we do without MCC's help with the Wilhelmina Damon swimming pool.
The who?
Wilhelmina Damon. She was my instructor when I took my Red Cross lifeguard.
I didn't realize it had a name.
Ago. Yeah, and she was the swim instructor for years, and that facility's been named after her. When I went there, we didn't have a pool. We had to go to the park, Highland Park.
That's where I went.
In that pool.
They taught me how to swim. And then I would take that experience and go drown.
But it was only that deep. Well, that's what Angie said.
I got saved. They gave me mouth to mouth. Boy, I'm telling y'all, since that experience at 11 years old, I ain't been back yet. God taught me a lesson. You ain't supposed to swim, boy. Stay away from it.
So you can dive because you don't have to swim. You carry air with you.
No, sirree.
You can breathe underwater.
Yeah, that could run out. A man has got to know his limitations. I know mine. Do you know yours?
We'll teach you.
I went to get my mom a hamburger this weekend, and I went through the Wendy's drive-thru to get her a number one, I think, and she always loves those little Frosties.
Yeah.
So I was getting my mom a Frosty, and I pulled up to the window. The manager come out, and he goes, "You wouldn't mind pulling up, would you?" And I said, "No." He goes, "I got some people that want to meet you over here." So, and these sweet girls were inside eating, and they saw me. They wanted to meet me, so we stopped and I apologize about blocking the drive-thru for a moment.
Everybody else wanted to know what's going on.
But they were sweet as they could be, and I certainly appreciate them. That was Lexi, Savannah, and I believe you pronounce that Malika. Did I say that right? Michaela. And I certainly appreciate y'all wanting to take a picture, and I appreciate that so much. They were sweet as they could be, Odie.
These are new, and I think the prescription's done run out of them.
I can't see either. We're not going to lie. We got more coming up. What went on this weekend? We got all the details coming up next.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. And Odie, we often talk about this subject, and I did not do an article on it, but I wanted to talk about it to you because we had 2 instances of this weekend. Fortunately, no one was hurt. 4-lane highways. I cannot stress to you about how many times we can tell you if you're driving along on a 4-lane, do not ride in the left lane. We had 2 instances where somebody was going the wrong way this weekend.
Yeah.
Fortunately, somehow, some way, there was no head-on collision. We had someone coming out of Neshoba County, I'm assuming got confused, and they rode all the way to the 4-way stop in Collinsville without hitting anyone, coming into town and going the wrong way. I think that it may have been started at House.
Right around and where the little back and forth goes. And that's something that Anthony Chancellor, Clark County Sheriff, pushes so much because it happens in Clark County a lot. If you're in that left lane and they're in the wrong lane, they're in their right lane, which is now your left lane.
Yeah.
So that's why when you travel, pass in the left lane and get back over. Because if you meet somebody,
it's bad.
You're not going to hit them.
The second incident was in Clark County this weekend, somewhere in between DeSoto and Quitman. Someone was going the wrong direction there. And again, fortunately, nobody was hurt. Miracles happen every day.
Yeah.
That could have been bad. We also had somebody who got to go to, what was that Jimmy Rogers song? He's in the jailhouse now.
He's in the jailhouse now.
Might have been some drinking and driving and swerving all over the road. There just happened to be a Lauderdale County deputy sitting at the 4-way stop.
He's in Barriott now.
Got
wait a minute. Sheriff got him. He's in ours.
He's in the county jail.
He's what do we call that? We got to come up with a...
it doesn't have a name that I know of.
Not like the Barriott. So we've got to come through with the Calhoun. I don't know. We'll come
work on that one.
Yeah,
but he got a trip downtown. All expenses paid there. Well, he's got to pay to get out.
We got 3 hots and a cut.
I got a video. and I was in the neighborhood. I got a video from inside Buffalo Wild Wings this weekend. It said, "Scotty Ray, come quick." And there was this guy that was just, Odie, the best way I know to word it was berating everyone in it, yelling and screaming, and the police showed up, and he got to meet Mr. Taser. Bzzz.
Oh.
Police made an arrest there, and off he went to, and he also got to go to the Marriott as he would be transported down there later. I don't know what the charges are going to be, but unruly, causing a disturbance of a business, and did not listen to commands of the police, and that little Taser, he got to meet it. So that's what went on at Buffalo Wild Wings this weekend, if you were wondering why the large presence of police was there. So that's what it was, and you just can't have people doing that in businesses.
So Todd Kemp said the old jail was called Castle Grayskull.
Really? Now,
you remember what that's from?
Is that out at where Northeast Elementary is there, where the soccer complex is now?
No. Sheriff, is that y'all's old one or our old one? Our old one was on top of the courthouse, remember?
Yeah, but you remember the county jail?
Way back.
The Rock?
Yep.
All those little buildings that disappeared. And I hate that because it was a little piece of history.
It was. We'd go out there.
We used to get field trips when I was at Northeast. The Calhoun Hotel.
Or the Calhoun Resort and Spa. Yeah. We got some names coming, Sheriff. So
yeah. Fun areas there, but that happened this weekend also. Let's see here. We got a little bit of everything that went on. There's a lot of people, and to my knowledge, no one has claimed this. This is a missing pup that was found. Inboxes, if this is yours, I got a lot of inboxes that said if nobody claims him, we'd love to have him, but I have not found anybody. What kind of dog is that?
I don't know, Heinz 57.
But I'm on whatever the case is, he was stealing hearts. Everybody was, hey, I'll take him if no one claims him.
A Heinz 57 is a good
mixture.
Breed. I like
They're the
them.
best.
Yeah, especially one that's been lost and rescued. Yeah, they appreciate it.
Oh, without a doubt. We got another pup that is missing. These are, and again, it means a lot to me. Odie's got a dog, I got a dog, and they are man's best friend. Even putty tats are pretty close to family.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you miss those? I think that's all putty tat. We got this. Here's this little fella here. He's missing. And talk about a reward there.
Yeah. Somebody wants the family member back.
We hope he gets returned there. That's listed on our page, and we've also got. I thought I had one more pup. Maybe I don't. Maybe it was found. Yeah, here it is. Here's the other pup that we've got missing. This is Brownie, missing from the Tumsuba area around the post office. Let me zoom in on that a little bit there. Last time he was seen around the post office in Tumsuba, if you happen to see old Brownie there. Has a foxy little look, like a Pomeranian kind of look.
Yeah.
So if you see Brownie, they'd love to have him come on back to the house as well. So hope you'll get those home. I want to bring this up too, because this is really, really important. We have, I know Neil Henry does a lot in Meridian helping with the different programs. This is a program that's in Neshoba County, the Refuge, where they help out kids. And I just wanted to focus on that. Mississippi Highway Patrol was out with the kids, helping out with their special needs families and letting them ride horses. And they do a lot there to help out the special needs.
Yeah.
So we had them on the show a couple of years back, the best I can remember. But a good cause, and they do a lot to help special needs children. Very, very important. Have you ever been to any of these ceremonies like the one we went to, the Tim Tebow Foundation?
Oh, man. That is
tugs at your heart.
What he does, it really does tug at you. Man. And every one of them enjoyed it, had the best night.
As LaWanda was talking about how a stray dog or a cat can be the most loyal to you that you've ever seen. It reminded me when she said that of a John Anderson song. It's funny how things do. It was called Mama, Look What Followed Me Home. She's all alone, has nowhere to go.
Well, you lock your wife and a dog in the trunk of a car in mid-July for about an hour. and open up the trunk of that car and see which one's happy to see you.
We'll leave it at that.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
And welcome back. You had a birthday question. Somebody put
yeah, Charles, they put on there, happy birthday, Tony from us. So
we need his
who's
name.
Tony? Yeah, Tony who? Tony who got a birthday? And y'all may have posted it, and if you have, I'm sorry. I've been running my mouth and hadn't been paying a whole lot of attention.
You know, we just didn't see it there. So
yeah. Let's see.
I don't know if that's. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. Al celebrated.
This old boy here
is that
done,
fake?
Yeah, that's another one of them guys. You on the wrong page there, big boy.
Okay, he gone.
Bye.
He won't be back joining us anymore. Bless it. Hey, Al celebrated 7 years of business this weekend. They had their big sale. I don't know if you made it out. They were out, and I caught Al out in the garden area. It was a big, huge crowd there. Wearing some beads.
On his tractor, look at him.
Taking a break.
Yeah.
We don't know who he was. I think he was ordering pizza.
I tell you, he's got a great place, very knowledgeable. His staff, everybody down there, and he's got a little bit of everything. I like those Nebo flashlights.
Yeah, they kind of bring light to the world.
That little sun in your hand.
Yes, it is. If you need one, ask him about that. You can find us there at Al's. Let's go back and take a little trip in history as we go back to 1923. I would have never known his name, Odie.
Me neither.
But I know his face.
I know his face.
Because it was that show about nothing.
Yeah.
Barney Martin is born. Of course, he played Jerry's daddy, correct?
Yeah.
They lived in Florida?
I think so. Because didn't he buy him a Cadillac?
Yes, that's what it was. Who could forget them big glasses? That was 1980 style, wasn't it?
It was. That was golly, who wears glasses? When I see that, it reminds me.
Charles Nelson Riley?
No, take me out to the ball game. The Cubs. He was the announcer for the Cubs.
I don't know him.
Oh, yeah. He used to hang out the window and shout, take me out to the ball game. Harry.
Was that Carolyn Smith?
No, Harry. Oh, come on. Y'all help me out here.
Odie,
Harry Carey. It's not it, but.
I can't help you on this one.
Man, he was an announcer for Chicago Cubs. It was Harry Carey. Thank you, D.
Harry Carey.
Yeah, Harry Carey.
Boy, y'all know more about it than I do. So he was a singer or just an announcer?
No, he was just an announcer.
Okay. All right. Well, look at there. It was 1931 that we officially made this happen today. It was the national anthem. The Star Spangled Banner became the national. I didn't know it took that long. It was kind of done before that, but it would be 31. And as I brought up in the news today, I thought at the 6 o'clock show that English was the language of America. Not until it was just signed into executive order. It is the official language of the United States now.
Maybe that's a law we need to uphold.
I really thought it was already there.
Because we're going downhill from here.
Lord have mercy. There's no telling what this little thing is worth right now.
Ooh.
It's in a museum. But this guy was probably public enemy number one at one point in time. Anybody remember the name John Dillinger? He broke out of jail today in 1934, and this is what he used. That right there, that little wooden thing. And carved in it's Colt 38.
I mean,
he made a great escape. Yeah. And again, that's in a museum now. And it's probably, that little piece of wood is worth a chunk. He got the wood and hand-carved it himself while sitting in the jail cell.
Yeah, probably did that out of a toothbrush.
Yes. We go back to 62, and I heard Joe Diffie do a version of this. Joe Diffie was, boy, he was a great singer. But it would happen on a street corner, and you ever picked up the phone and accidentally dial somebody?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, it's you again. Just because she thinks I still care.
Still care.
He didn't mean to call her and all that good stuff. That was really a classic, and Joe Diffie took it over the ballpark if you've ever heard his. George Jones' version was great, too. Similar to the Hank Williams, Today I Passed You on the Street and My Heart Fell at Your Feet.
Yeah.
I can't help it if I'm still in love with you. That was one of those, as you back to the movie where they made up that fictitious thing. They said, Hank, we don't know that you wrote these songs. We need you to write a song. And they said, you're walking down the street and you bump into an old girlfriend. Write us a song about that. And that's how he come up with that.
Man.
Another stood by your side. Woof. We go back to 66. William Frawley passed away today.
That's Fred.
Fred passed away. I Love Lucy. And, of course, he would be on, what was that other one that he done where he played the, was it no, it wasn't My Three Sons, because the other guy
that
played
was
that.
Charlie.
He was in another big film, though.
Yeah.
The Honeymooners, maybe? No. No. It'll be okay. I've heard of this guy before.
Oh, yeah, he came
Loke.
to
Philadelphia,
and I think he passed out.
Woo.
We could have had technical difficulties.
You know, I bought 2 the last time that happened. I've done that before.
These are plug and play.
Go ahead and have 6 keyboards on.
Yeah, boy.
It's sticky.
Boy, it's sticky. You got so much sugar in it.
Anyway, here he is, Tone Loke, having a birthday today.
Now, didn't he pass
out? He did.
Yeah.
And he sang Funky Cold Medina.
Funky Cold Medina. That's one of them.
I don't know any more other than that one. It seemed like I remember somebody at a prom or something playing that. The Funky Cold Medina. Yeah. This girl's always seeing things.
Oh, yeah.
He was 66. Yeah. She would pass away. Do y'all remember her? Was it Mrs. Kravitz?
Yep. Agnes, wasn't it?
Agnes Kravitz. She was always staring through the window seeing things she shouldn't see.
Yeah. Somebody twinkled their nose.
That was a good show.
It was.
The final episode, I remember watching this. He'd drive that old big Lincoln.
Yeah.
This was back, when detective shows were like huge.
Yeah.
Barnaby Jones was out there, and I guess this was one of those
investigators.
Cannon.
Yeah.
There he is in that big Lincoln.
Traveled everywhere.
Did he ever chase anybody?
I think there was a couple scenes. I've
been out of breath. I don't know if I could have done it.
Well, now he chased them in the car, not on foot.
Okay. Let's get that straight. You will remember this from what was the island that had Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery, The Rock.
Oh yeah. That was
there. Then he goes, "Do you remember the song Rocket Man?"
Yeah, I thought he was talking about Korea there for a minute.
1972, that big song was released, and Odie, I don't know what that song's about. I guess some things are just best left a mystery. You don't know.
That works.
Like Puff, had they never told me that, my life would be better.
It ruined it for me.
They shattered my world.
Yeah.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
And Cannon is still on. I used to watch it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Me TV. All that good stuff's on there.
Well.
Oh, man. What you talking about, Willis?
79, he made the cover of TV Guide. Gary Coleman was that little fella there. And later, the only 2 that I know about was him and that other show later, Webster, that had the little fellas in it.
Yeah.
But I got to give credit to, that was probably funnier to me, without a doubt. Let's go back to 1985. Bruce Willis, one of his first TV shows.
Got to step out for one second.
This would be 1985. Moonlighting. Do y'all remember that? Whoa, there it was. It premiered March 3rd today and ran through 1989. Big TV show there. Then he would, of course, get into the big movies of what was going on. Empty Chairs by Otis. Let's see what else happened today. This was one of Odie's favorites, and I think we all grew up with this, as we would go to the courtroom. No, I'm not talking Perry Mason. It would be the next best thing there. Y'all remember this? Matlock. You ever been matlocked by somebody that just kind of slow getting there? And boy, at the end, he'd open up that can. He was good. Andy Griffith premiered today. Matlock, one of the best TV shows that you could have done there. We go back to 73, and anybody remember Whispering Bill Anderson? Well, Bill Anderson would write this song, and if you've never heard this, I encourage you to go to YouTube today and look it up. It would be a big hit in 1973 for a guy named Cal Smith, because the Lord knows I'm drinking, and you don't need your loudmouth informing the town. The whole song's about going out, and he bumps into a lady from Sunday school in a bar, and he goes, "Well, why are you here?" She was giving him a hard time. He told her to act right, and he'd put in a good word for her later tonight with the good Lord. It's good. We also, let's see what has happened today. It would be 1991. This seems, I remember watching this unfold as Rodney King was arrested. Y'all remember all of that? And then we would eventually have all those riots that broke loose. But he would be arrested by the LAPD today back in 1991, which would lead to those LA riots. Pretty serious there. As we go back to 1994, I brought him up a while ago. This is one of his signature songs, right past John Deere Green. Anybody remember the song Pickup Man? It was Joe Diffie. Happened today in 1994. That was one of my favorites. Joe Diffie was just man among men. I liked him a whole lot there. It was the Houston Livestock Rodeo. I'm telling you, it draws a crowd, and a record was broke today. It was in 2002, and I'm not sure if it still stands, but in 2002 it was. George Strait broke the record with 68,000 people at the Houston Livestock Rodeo. That's a heap of folks there. I was reading that comment there about Rocket Man there. Let's see here. What else happened? It would be 01. Toby Keith had a number one. And it's hard to believe Toby Keith is no longer with us as well. Y'all remember You Shouldn't Kiss Me Like This? There it is. That was a good song also. As we keep going, we lost someone today, and it was one of the biggest TV shows that ever existed. We brought it up earlier this week about having the largest audience of the finale. What is his name? Burns? 2018, we lost David Steers. He would pass away. And, of course, you remember him from MASH and Hot Lips Houlihan. They were really, really, really close, if you remember that. More coming up as we'll get back into the headline news of what's going on in our community next. As we do that, right here at the Scotty Ray Report. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun & Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. Oops.
Here we are. I'm back. I apologize. We're tracking down Vinville, Causeyville to the southeast area, and that area a large smell of gas, possibly natural gas. So trying to talk with the providers of natural gas through that pipeline and seeing if there's any venting in that area going on, or if they're refilling the mercaptan, which is the smell of the natural gas. Natural gas itself has no smell.
But they put this rotten tomato,
rotten eggs, that mercaptan in there that makes it smell like rotten eggs. And when they fill that tank up, that odor gets out into the atmosphere, and it does smell pretty strong. So we've got teams out there checking that out.
Smell like your third cousin.
Oh yeah,
it's rough. It
is rough.
Should anybody report if they smell something? Should they report
911? Yes, sir. If you smell that anywhere, definitely call 911. that gives us another area
to
that we can start and look and try and center this area through our pipelines.
Now again,
the
what was the
amount of
areas?
pipelines that come through our area is amazing. Vinville, Collinsville Road over to Highway 19 south of 7,000 block.
Okay.
So we're working on getting that situation handled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every now and then, Sheriff Ward Calhoun gets a little piece of paper handed to him from a judge. Then from there, they go out and they take several patrol cars and they grab a bunch of guys that put on little things that say SWAT.
Kind of like what yours is, just a different color.
Correct. Here we go. Right there. This is what happened. You can't be doing this at 1:45 Friday afternoon. They would do it there. The East Mississippi Drug Task Force Bureau of Narcotics served a search warrant at a residence in the 1800 block of 28th Avenue.
Ooh.
Marijuana was taken in, along with, what else we got here, Odie?
That looks like some crystal meth.
Cocaine?
Cocaine. I guess, I'm not sure what that little bag of Fruit Loops looking stuff is. That looks like Xanax over there, the little yellow bars.
Yeah, 10 ounces of meth, it says there. Half a pound of marijuana, and then I don't know how much that goes, a quarter ounce of cocaine. I don't know how far that goes, but it ain't good.
No.
So that gives you, and we had a little scale there to weigh everything out.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to.
Well, if you're going to sell, you want to make sure that you give the right amount.
Because you can make customers mad.
Yeah, you don't want to cheat them or yourself. I mean, so.
Well, there you go. Now, the next big subject, and as before we began the show, I talked about this, Odie, this being everywhere. We would get a call in Lauderdale County that Clark County needed help. And this is what they arrived to. And this is not confirmed, but I heard someone say that and this you've seen it happen in yard. This is not confirmed, so don't, it's not 100%. But as you listen to things, it could have been some form of an ATV pulled into a garage that started this. We're not sure.
Oh, wow.
But it could have. Look at this, as the damage of this home. That's beautiful.
Man, that is a beautiful farm style. I love that wraparound porch.
I know. Isn't it just beautiful?
Yes.
Major damage. Let's look at the video here. As part of that is the firefighters on scene battled that, Odie. And again, they're going to do a fire investigation. We'll go into this to try to figure out exactly what did happen. But that was one of many fires that happened this weekend. As a matter of fact, let's talk about one that happened this morning before daylight. In a familiar place. The Meridian Fire Department was here not long ago. As you're going to take the exit 150, you're going toward College Park, you pass Waters International, go over the bridge, and if you were to take a right and go east...
Right there by the Honda shop.
Yes, sir. Back in there. This is where this fire broke out. Look at this. Meridian Fire Department on scene. That is gone this time. Now, this home had already had damage before from another fire, but most likely some form of homeless were in this and tried to build a fire. And again, this is just, we're guessing at this point, but the fire didn't start on its own.
Yeah.
As you'll look here, look at these pictures of that.
Wow.
This was somewhere right around 4 a.m., maybe a little bit before 4 a.m. when we were here when this broke out this morning. No one was injured to our knowledge. Our firefighters are safe. I'm getting tongue twisted.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
For
Monday morning.
It is. But everybody was safe. Now, the next thing, if you've got a volunteer fireman that works for you, they're tired today. I don't care what county you're watching me for, because all they did all weekend was wind caught fires. And we had a huge one in Neshoba County. We had one in Newton County. And last week we had several large ones in Lauderdale County. As we look here, here's another fire.
And that wind, I know you think it's okay to burn, and as long as you do it safe, it is. But this wind, it doesn't take much for the wind to push this fire. It's pushing an amber, and once that amber hits another area, it can start that fire. But a lot of these fires have spread from their origin, which means that not every fire, but a lot of fires were lit and saying, okay, the flames have gone down, we're safe, and then people walk away from it. Not saying that was done on any of these, but we see that a lot. And this fire spreads fast with this wind. And I tell you, it is that is something that puts a beating on our volunteer fire departments. We're already short-handed to begin with, and then having to go out and fight these types of fires. The Forestry Commission, that's very minimal. If we do ask for help from forestry, it could be 2 hours before we see them. And it's devastating. Our volunteer fire departments need help. If you don't want to go inside of a burning home, you don't have to. Things like this we need help with.
That was Lauderdale to Suba Road.
Yeah.
Now, let me show you what Odie just described of just how bad. This is Neshoba County near Arlington. Let me show you. Y'all look at the tops of those trees. Look at that. Forestry. Let me make this bigger, Odie. This isn't quite big enough for everybody to see on the screen. Look at this. Look how huge that fire is.
It is eating anything it comes in contact with. It is so hot at that point that it's not going to slow down unless somebody's out there actively putting that out.
And again, it has been countless fires just like this. And I don't know if they got enough forestry employees to handle the many fires. If Lauderdale and Newton and all of these, where Greg used to work, to where we used to have 2 to 3 units in this county alone.
In Lauderdale.
And we ain't got any now. Yep. And it's one central place that they send people out of. And it's usually at least an hour's if you have a fire, and y'all keep this in mind, if you have a fire that gets out that forestry's got to come from, it's minimum of an hour for them to get there because they got to go load the trucks, get a dozer on it, stop what they're doing from their home, and then drive to wherever you are. It's not like they're going to be there like the Meridian Fire Department is, Johnny on the spot. It takes time for these guys to get there. But hopefully one day we can get the forestry expanded again to where each county has something going on, and
at least expand it to where we've got at least one in Lauderdale County, one in every county that experiences this type of wildland fires on a regular basis. But remember, that fire belongs to you, and anything that fire damages is your responsibility. Trees are not cheap when you're farming them, and you'll have to buy these trees. Not from what they are worth today, but what from their worth in 25, 30 years when it's time to harvest them. A home, you'll have to pay for all of this damage if your fire gets out. So please be careful. Wet the ground around you. Don't burn when it's windy.
Hey, my phone said if you were nearing Highway 15 by Myers processing over there in Newton County, you got a little shower fixing to come in. It just said that right there.
Come right on through.
It's fixing to come rain on you right there. I don't know if this is real or staged, Odie. I almost think it was real by my first glance. Maybe there's more to it than I know. And again, I didn't watch the Oscars. I don't care for it. They have an agenda usually. But our funny guy, Adam Sandler, you know who I'm talking about?
Adam Sandler,
Let me show you a picture of him.
Yeah.
And this is him right here in the audience. He showed up, and is it Conan? Is that Conan?
Conan.
Yeah. Called him out for his outfit of wearing a sweatshirt out there and the thing, and embarrassed him. And he joked back and forth, and he got up and left. He goes, well, now that you've made fun of me, I ain't staying. And he left the Oscars. Now, again, I don't know if that was some bit that they had planned, but maybe it did bother him. Conan or apologized, but he still left, said, bye, I'll see y'all later.
Well, have you seen Conan? I'd be embarrassed every time I looked in the mirror. Oh, Lord.
He's had some surgeries there.
Well, they need to go back and redo it because they didn't do a real good job.
he ain't got dollies, man, does he? He set the bar.
He set the bar for ugly.
Shame on you, Odie. Now, Friday afternoon, there was a call that came out in the Meridian area. And again, an investigation is into this. I want to be very clear about this. But we had a call that a pedestrian had been struck by a car at Walgreens in North Hills. And here's the scene here. The Meridian Police Department on scene here. Now, the way the law reads, and I'll explain to you what I know about this. And again, this investigation, I don't know if there's going to be any charges or not. Grandfather was there, and apparently a grandson took the grandfather's car without permission, and while putting it in reverse, struck the grandfather and knocked him down.
Oh.
Now, since you're kin, if I'm not mistaken the way the law is, that is considered joyriding, since it probably won't qualify for a stolen car when it comes to charges because of the, we'll wait and see. But I think the grandfather's going to be okay, but what led to this? Why did this happen? And again, we don't have all the details. I just know what initially happened at the scene. It was a grandson that took a grandfather's car, and as he was backing out, hit him. He will be okay, but a sad situation nonetheless. The Mississippi Highway Patrol would find the car later sitting in the middle of the road with it running, key still in the ignition, and it was hauled back. But
man,
he's going to be okay, but it's a sad situation for anything like that to ever happen. That's the best I know how to describe something like that, Odie.
It's terrible.
Everybody's got somebody in their family that problems happen with, and we don't know who, what, or how that happened there. But that was one of them. Let's see what else is taking place across here. Boarding an airplane.
Yeah.
You cannot get on an airplane until they tell you that you could get on the airplane.
Correct.
Let's go here. Miami, you're waiting to board, the plane is late. He gets there. Things happen. They're off. Delays happen, whether it's taxiing out, another plane is coming, and it puts it a couple of minutes behind. They had 2 passengers at the front of the line getting ready to board the plane, and it was docked, and they said, you can't enter. The man and woman threw coffee in the face of the, I think it was, whether it was the Delta employees, you know how they undo the thing to let you in? Yeah. They threw coffee on them. They were arrested. They didn't make the flight after all. If you just hushed and mind your own business, you'd have got to where you were going.
The plane wasn't going to take off just because you got on there. And you want the plane clean when they get there.
And I have to ask you,
give them time.
You know a little bit more about NFL than I do. Do you know Johnny
Manziel? Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
His mama's in jail. It's almost like David Allen Coe.
Wow.
I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison. His mom got a DUI this weekend in the great state of Texas. She's been arrested and hauled down, and here they are together. And I don't know him. Who did he play for?
So I want to say 49ers, maybe.
Let's see here. She's been.
And I mean, he was all right.
Was he good?
Yeah. So now he went to school in Texas. Was he a Longhorn or was he an Aggie? I can't remember.
Here's another picture of Mom.
I mean, he was good in college.
Was he?
Yeah. I don't think he quite got it in the NFL like he did. But yeah, he was pretty good.
He had to scrounge around and come up with $7,500 to get Mom out of jail.
Well, he was the Heisman winner. A&M, okay, so Texas. He was an Aggie.
So he was pretty good at some point.
Yeah.
I even heard talk, and you tell me if you've heard this rumor, that they're hiring another quarterback for Dallas also.
They need to just replace him. No, well,
he ain't done nothing.
Dak is good, and I liked Dak. One, because he came from Mississippi State. I'm not a State fan, but I support a good player. And I don't watch enough of Dallas to say, but their line hasn't given him room to really throw the ball or anything else. Should you replace your line or develop your line to protect your quarterback more? Every team needs a good backup quarterback. I'm with you. I mean, that's how Dak got his position.
Correct. But has he ever thrown a?
I mean, he was good when he come out of.
Correct, but I'm saying since he started making that $240 million a year.
No, he ain't had to.
Is he
scared he was going to get hurt? I reckon.
We can't let him get hit.
Yeah, we don't. But get you a line out there.
Coming up, we're going to go over the forecast of what's going to happen tomorrow. Button down the hatches. Bad weather is coming. We're going to tell you about tornadic activity.
Yes.
Next. When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp to trail riding or just working around on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Very, very good piece of equipment to have there. Precast Group can tell you more about a tornado shelter that time of year to have those. As we go into the weather forecast, let me show you the scale for the entire state. If you're watching from some portions of Mississippi, see where you live accordingly to this map here as we look at this. The lines here on the west side of the state stretching from South Haven through Tunica, Cleveland, Greenville, Vicksburg, west back into Louisiana. Your time is from high noon tomorrow till about 4 p.m. As we get to the central portion of the state, east of South Haven, Greenwood, Yazoo City, over to Eupora, taking in this west side of Kosciuszko and McGee, this is going to be 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And anything east of there is going to be 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. for tornadic activity. This includes Corinth, Tupelo, Columbus Air Force Base, Mississippi State, all of Winston County, Louisville, Noxubee County, as we get into Neshoba County, Kemper County. Here's going to be Newton, Lauderdale, as we see there. Now, let me show you an upper, closer scale here as we look at this. As you'll see right there, there's a zoomed in view of that, and it gives you the times there without the map on it. Now, let's go to live radar and take a look. This is what it looks like for tomorrow as we pull up this Doc's Toyota radar. We zoom into this. Right through here is what we've got coming through Winston County. All of this area, this, I guess you would call this a tangerine maybe color. This different tangerine-ish, that's going to be your level 3. Anything that is yellow is a level 2. Scuba falling under a level 2, and this is about halfway in between Scuba and DeKalb, and that will put it somewhere around Townsend Road, somewhere right along where the dump is. As you do this, we get into Lauderdale County, and this will start at the county line, the state line here east of Lauderdale. Come across, let's turn on locations, Odie, where everybody can see all of this stuff. This will come along right about where the Smith Wright store is, that level 3. Takes in right there to Alamucha Volunteer Fire Department, the Boy Scouts, and across to the Causeyville Ballpark. All of that is level 3. Now, Ricky Bobby and the gang into Alabama will be under a level 2.
Right on the edge.
And we always caution you about all of this. Now, just because there's a 2 and a 3, that hairline doesn't mean that a tornado can't happen here in any of this. This is a high-prone area as well, the yellow. It's just stating that anywhere in this tannish or orangish, pinkish-looking color, whatever it is a level 3 with more capabilities of a tornadic activity happening. As you get into Clark County, it's going to take in Clarko State Park, downtown Quitman, where the co-op is, out to Jay's Taxidermy, and leaving the county on the west side of Shibuda. As we look at this, here's Heidelberg. This area right here is going to be the Goodwater community in Clark County. All of this Deadwilder community. All of that is a level 3. This is a level 2, and then going through Laurel, Hattiesburg, and then into Louisiana, down here at around Baton Rouge, and then back up, taking in all of this over to Shreveport, Louisiana, up to Little Rock, Arkansas, and then back into Mississippi. That is our level 3. Now, let's talk about this. Tornadoes are very, very likely with this. And Odie, they're even saying 70-plus mile-an-hour gust damaging winds with this.
Trees are going to come down. Now, whether they come down across power lines and the roads or miss all that, but yes, we're going to see trees down with this type of wind. This is going to bring a lot of rain. Very likely, like you said, to see tornadoes. Where, that's the question we don't know. You're just going to flip a coin as a yay and a nay?
I was going to give you an example. This is a quarter. Let me get it up there. Yep. This is what they're predicting the size of hail will be tomorrow. Quarter size. Let me hold it like that.
And that coming out of the sky
can hurt.
And it will mess up vehicles, windshields. Just be very, very careful. Now, last night and yesterday, we were going to see this anywhere from 6 to 10 p.m. tomorrow. That has now changed. They brought that back earlier. Now we're looking at 4 to 8 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon. 4 o'clock is where we could start seeing it coming in. 8 o'clock is when they're hoping to see this leave. It's not saying that dude's coming over here and will be here at 4 and it's going to leave at 8. The speed can change a little bit, but in between there is where we do expect the worst time of the day to be here. Now, this is also can be a good side on us, is because it will still be daylight when the first part of this hits. We're used to seeing this come in at night. It's hard enough to see these storms in daylight, much less at night. But it's going to turn dark on us before the end of this comes through. But very likely we're going to see tornadoes in our area. EOC will be stood up. We'll be operating out of there. We've had some issues with some of our tornado sirens. It's going to cost a lot of money to get these things fixed. Write this down.
Okay.
Text the zip code 39301. Put that down where you want a text to go. The message is 39301. And you're going to text that to 888-777 and hit send. Don't do anything else. It's going to say, hey, give me your email address, do this,
888-777.
888-777. That's all you got to do.
3 8s and 3 7s, and then text your zip code.
Text 39301 to that.
Okay.
And you'll get all the warnings that come out with your weather. All of that will come into your text message. That's better than the sirens. The sirens only go so far out. If you're inside TV on, chances are if you live right outside a couple miles, you're not going to hear them anyway. But go ahead and do that. 888-777 is what you send it to, and then the message is 39301. Don't do anything else. It's going to say, welcome to Nixle. It's going to say, hey, give me your email. Don't do that. Don't do anything else.
It's got your cell number.
It's got everything it needs. It's going to send it to you. You'll be good. That's how you get information. Our sirens are, some of them have gotten back online. We're working to get some more back online, but we're also looking at some more different ways of getting notifications out there to our public. But you got to sell. It doesn't matter where you live. Erica, if you want to keep on with this with weather here, and you're in Pennsylvania, you can do that by texting 39301 to 888-777, and you'll get that as well.
Now, I had a question about, is Pachuta a level 3? And yes, it is. There's Pachuta sitting here in Clark County. That is a level 3. Here's Heidelberg, Montrose, all of this area here in Jasper County is a level 3. And again, we will start weather coverage as soon as it becomes a threat to our area. That's what we know at this point. As we watch the weather. Now, let me see here, since Odie is tied up there, let me see if I can do some birthdays here. We're going to have to see if I can read his writing. Miss Lawson has a birthday. Also, Catherine Everett has a birthday today. John Pace, Bob Luke, Louise Thrash, and Mike Reed had birthdays on Saturday. Now, on Sunday, Melissa Clatterbuck had a birthday. Pat Daly had a birthday. Miss Hattie Satcher had a birthday. And then Joey Coates. Tony Coleman is 66 today. Connor Creighton is 16 today, and Sybil Parker has a birthday today. That's best I can't see that without this. That's itty bitty bitty writing. As we come to the conclusion of our show, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today, and we do appreciate that. Always remember, I don't have a Bible verse pulled up, but remember, in prayer we can conquer just about anything. Well, anything. Let's be blunt about that. Jesus Christ is there to help you out. We'll be back tomorrow morning beginning bright and early at 8 a.m. Join us, won't you? We'll cover all that bad weather for you beginning tomorrow. We'll be here throughout the day to let you know what goes on in and around the area behind the scenes.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.